Hello everyone, I am Monica. This video covers A Room of One's Own written by Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf, who gave stream of consciousness technique. This is the cover page, A Room of One's Own written by Virginia Woolf. It is not a novel with characters, plots, and conversation, but it is a long essay which has become a classic of its kind and is called the Feminist Bible that defends the position of women. It is based on lectures delivered by Virginia Woolf in Cambridge University, at Newham and Girton colleges in 1928. It is an extended essay by Woolf, first published on 24th October 1929, and it is a landmark of 20th century feminist thought. A room of one's own. Why a room is necessary for a particular gender? This is the question. Women and fiction. What is the relation between women and fiction? A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. What are necessary for women to write fiction? If someone wants to write fiction, then isolation is the first thing because thoughts will come automatically without any interference. So, a room is necessary to write fiction. And second thing is money. If a woman is financially stable, so she can put her efforts to enhance her talent in the form of writing. So, a woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. Women in fiction remain unsolved problems. Fiction contain more truth than fact. What is the difference between truth and fact? For example, you are doing MA English, you are in final year, third semester. This is true. This is true now. But in the next year, I hope you will pass your PG with good marks. So, this will not be true in the next year. So, truth means which is true now, but it's not necessary it will be true in the future. Fact. Fact means, for example, sun rises in the east. Today, sun rises in the east, and tomorrow it will rise in the east. So, that is fact. So, fiction contains more truth than fact. Now, the narrators of A Room of One's Own: Mary Batten, Mary Sutton, Mary Carmichael. These are the names of narrators. But the name of the narrator is not important since she represents every woman in our society. The first two chapters are a curtain raiser for what Virginia Woolf has to say later. Here, she attacks the closed Oxbridge system, which treated women as second class citizens. Many of the privileges that were open to men were closed to women. If equal opportunities to education were denied, how could women make progress? This is a burning question. Many questions arise from an examination of the closed elite system. For example, why did men drink wine and women water? Why was one sex so prosperous and the other so poor? What effect has poverty on fiction? What conditions are necessary for the creation of art? There are a series of questions Woolf asks, but they all down to one another. And the answer is only one. England has under the rule of patriarchy, and this is because man had the power and the money and the influence. We can see this in our surroundings. that man is the head of the family, so he has power. All the financial issues, the decisions related with money, male took the decisions related money, and he has influence. So the answer of all these questions is England has patriarchy system, and this is because man had the power and the money and the influence. Woolf says that man could acquire this confidence, which is freedom to think of things in themselves, because their activity was given more status and importance than the activities of women. Is it better to be a coal heaver or a nursemaid? Is the charwoman who have brought up 8 children of less value of the world than the barrister who has made £100,000? It was useless to ask these questions because there is no yardstick to measure the worth and value of one activity against another. Male dominance denied women equal rights and equal pay. If women had the economic power, they too would be able to take on men on equal terms. Virginia Woolf gives the example of a aunt who left her a legacy of £500, which gave her the independence to work on things she wanted to. Women were poorer than men because of this, because of that. Woolf visits the British Museum to try and find out answers about the different fates of men and women. Perhaps the answer lies in a study of history, which becomes the keynote of next chapter. The great merit of a room of one's own lies in the fact that it is a sober, balanced approach to the whole question of women's right and wrongs, and not a hysterical account of what is to be done. In brief, we can say that A Room of One's Own is not a novel, but it is a long essay. It is based on lectures delivered by Virginia Woolf in Cambridge University. A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. And Woolf visits the British Museum to try and find out answers about the different fates of men and women. Thank you.